Welcome back to my channel. For today's workout, I have another Blitz Burn, which is my signature workout style that is designed to be short and sweet yet effective. So it has a singular muscle group focus and it's also shorter in time. So typically they're all under 20 minutes. That is intentional. That is for times when you don't have a ton of time to move your body, but you just want to get something quick in just to get you moving. Or it's also great for if you're doing a workout, say you're in the gym and you're lifting upper body and lower body and you're like, hey, I could really use a good core workout. This is a video for you because today's Blitz Burn, we are gonna focus on the deep core, which is a top request that I get across all of my channels to do more for the deep core. Deep core is great for a lot of reasons, more so functionality, support of your spine, back pain, back issues, but it's also a great option for those that wanna activate their core, but maybe can't do as much crunching or flexion, whether they have neck issues or back issues or they're pre or postnatal. So this is the perfect workout for all of those things. All you need is a mat and a medium to heavy dumbbell, one single dumbbell that we'll use for today's work. I'm gonna use probably a 6-pounder and maybe a 12-pounder at some points. We'll see how I'm feeling. So grab your prop and let's get started. So we're gonna start down on our back today in a supine position. We're gonna start with some breathing, of course. A lot of my classes start with breathing, but really today I want you to think about your breath as it pertains to bracing your core and activating your core, because a lot of deep core work is about stability and being able to stabilize your spine. So we're gonna find this nice supine position. Let's start with 5 really deep diaphragmatic breaths here. So we're gonna go all the way down, find a nice comfortable position. Your legs can be out straight or they can be bent, whatever feels good for you. And I want you to take your fingertips. You're gonna bring your fingertips to where your ribs are here. We're gonna do a really big inhale. We're gonna inflate through our trunk here. So find a lot of space, trying to separate those fingers without actively moving them, but allow your belly to expand with your breath. Then I want you to exhale and we're gonna lose all of that and those fingertips are gonna come a little closer together. Again, not moving them ourselves, but they're gonna come closer together because we're gonna pull and draw everything in. So think about that corset analogy that you hear a lot. We're gonna do 5 of those together. So let's start off here with our fingertips at our ribs. I want you to find that big inhale, inflate everything. Think about expanding out, east and west. Against those hands, we go out. And then to brace, we're going to exhale. We're gonna pull our navel in towards our spine, but not just in, we're gonna go in and up. We exhale, pull everything in. Big inhale. Separate those fingertips. Feel your ribs expand. Big exhale, pull everything in and up. Think about flexing your abs as you draw everything in. We have 3 more. Create that space, exhale. Close that space, bring everything back down. Last 2, big inhale, big exhale. Last one, big inhale. And really big exhale together. Navel comes towards spine, we flex our core. Okay, from here, I want you to bring your knees into a tabletop position. So you have a nice 90-degree bend between both of your knees. I want you to place your palms on the front of your knees or your lower thigh region here. I want you to push back with your legs as you push into your hands. That is going to fire up your abs, or it should fire up your abs if you're recruiting them properly. So I want you to actively press. We're gonna do 4 sets of these and we're gonna hold together. So you're gonna press. Let's do the first one together. Hold, press. Don't forget about breathing here. And release. Next one, we're gonna press. Think about really pressing hard. It's like you're competing with yourself here. You're pressing your thighs and you'll feel your abs turn on as soon as you begin to press. And then we release. Last few here. We press. Flex, brace through that core. And we release. Last 2, we flex. I'm pushing as hard as I can, competing against myself. Last one, we press. Let's hold this one the longest. Really press into those hands. Press those legs back into your hands. You may feel this in your biceps a bit here. Keep that spine connected. Remember, stability is the theme of today. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Let's bring our fingertips to the sky. We're gonna do some dead bugs from here. So we're gonna keep those knees in tabletop to start. You're gonna extend your left hand back. We're gonna extend our right leg straight. We exhale. Inhale, draw everything back in. Exhale. Find that length from your fingertips to your toes. Inhale, draw everything back in. Exhale. Inhale, draw it back in. Exhale. As low as you can go. Remember, never changing the shape of our spine here. Bring it in. Reach, find that length, find that extension. Bring it in. Let's do 3 more each side. You got this, stay strong. Hopefully you're starting to feel that trunk, feel that core warm up. We haven't done any crunching. A great way to modify here, in case you need it, is to just tap those toes down instead of giving that full extension of your leg. Let's do last one together. We reach really low and strong. Pause for a second here. Bring it all in. Switch sides. Find that extension. Pause for a second and bring it all in. Next one here, I want you to prop up onto your forearms. Make sure you're not collapsing your shoulders in. You're keeping your collarbone proud. We're gonna find an extension of your legs, or you can keep your knees at tabletop, whatever your body can handle here. So modified is keep your knees at tabletop. Extension is more of a challenge. We are gonna trace a figure 8 with your toes, but the name of the game here is really trying to stabilize. So we're making sure we're not rocking side to side. We're not arching through our back. We're keeping a really straight line by bracing through our core. And we're finding whatever figure 8 our body will allow. It doesn't have to be super big here. So let's trace. We go down and up and over. Press into those palms. Down and up and over. Notice mine aren't super big, not super low. If you're stronger than me, you can go even lower with your legs. Getting a little swivel to your hips, but we're not rocking. We're gonna do one set. We'll pause and we'll do another set. See if you can get your legs a little lower. Let's do 3 more. 2. And 1. Perfect. Lower yourself down. Take a second. We'll do another set here. Maybe we do another 2 sets. I think we do another 2 sets. That one feels good because it does get a little bit into your obliques as you have to swivel through your hips here. So let's do 2 more sets. See if you can get a little lower with each and every set that we do. So let's find that extension. Let's trace our figure 8s. Down and around. Stay proud through your shoulders. Get a little lower with those legs. Tracing with our toes. Let's do 4. Try not to let those elbows lift. Remember, you can bend those knees. Do the same thing. Little swivel with your knees here. Last 2 and 1. Lower it down. Let's do one more set here. If you need to, you can release through those hip flexors by extending your legs. Take a second and let's do one last set together. So let's find that extension or those bent knees, whatever feels good. Listen to your body here. Chest stays open and proud. Try to anchor through your elbows. Try to flex through your core. So make sure you're not sinking back here, rounding in, letting too much of your spine come in contact with the mat. Let's find that extension. We reach. Little dips. I already noticed one side. My elbow really tries to lift. That's probably my weaker side. I'm gonna try to get low for these last few. Let's do 4, 3. Last 2, my elbows are lifting. Anchor down. And 1, bring it in. Take a second. I don't know about you, but my abs are already feeling it. Whew. Shake out those shoulders side to side, and let's grab our weight. So you have your dumbbell in hand. We started to wake up and warm up your obliques with that last series, and we're gonna get into them a little bit deeper with some weighted work. We're gonna do some wood choppers. So what I want you to do here is grab on top of your dumbbell. I'm choosing to use my 6-pounder, but you can use whatever feels good for your body. It will get a little bit into your shoulders, so just be mindful of the weight that you're using. You're gonna bring your left foot forward, your right knee is down. You could always bring a cushion underneath that right knee if this feels uncomfortable. We're gonna start with that dumbbell outside of our right hip. I want you to exhale. You're gonna draw a straight line across your body, and you're gonna rotate while keeping your hips forward. So I want you to twist through that upper body, and then I want you to slowly lower down. We're gonna do 8 of these. Big exhale. Inhale, slow lower. Don't use any momentum from that weight. We have 6 more. Big exhale. Slowly lower down. Big exhale. Really flex your core. Make sure you're not arching through your back. Remember, stability is the name of the game today. We have 4. Really consolidating that oblique as you go down. Twist. Last 2. We're gonna hold it high in the next one. Last 1. We twist, hold high. Little small pulses from here. Twist, rotate. 7, 6, 5. Forwards like you're hammering. 3, 2. Flex your abs. 1. Woo. Let's switch sides. So we now have our left knee down and we have our right foot forward. Same thing on our other side because your obliques are kind of like a sling inside your body. So they go across side to side. So this is a great way to challenge with a little rotation. So we're gonna grab on top of that dumbbell. We twist, we rotate. Big exhale. Inhale as we lower. Nice and slow. I want you to think about a 1 count up, a 4 count, 4 to 5 count down. So twist. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I could definitely go 5 count. Twist again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the pace here. Make sure those hips are staying forward. So you're not twisting with your whole body. I want you to twist from your ribs as you go up and you lower it down. So do 4 more here. Then we're gonna hold high for our pulsing. Last 2. Last 1. We hold high, hold, little twist. 7, really flex into it like you're hammering. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Another one for stability of your spine here. We're gonna hang on to that dumbbell. This one is also a little bit into your shoulders, so choose your dumbbell weight wisely. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see what my spine is doing here. We're gonna trace kind of like a halo around our head. Most important thing here is that you're flexing through your core so that you don't allow your back to sway at all. So oftentimes when people start to swing a weight around their head, you'll see the shape of their spine change with their movement. What you want to do is tuck your pelvis under, keep your ribs pulled down and back, flex that core like we did for our brace. From here, we're gonna find that weight above our head. I want you to trace a big circle. We're gonna do 10 in each direction. Trace a big circle around your head. Really feel that challenge to your core as it comes behind you. Exhaling as you reach the front of your head here. We have 5, 4, then we reverse, nice and controlled. 3, remember that flex. 2, and 1. Let's reverse. We have 10. Other way around. Flex those abs. Don't let that spine change. 5. We have 4. Last 3. You got this. Stay strong. Last 2. Flex even harder with your abs. Last 1. And break. Lower it down. Next up, we're gonna do half of a Turkish get up, which is one of actually my favorite strength training moves. We're only gonna go halfway because I really want you to just primarily focus on the core and the exhale as you reach that dumbbell up to the sky. But I want you to find almost like a mermaid position here. So my right hand is down, I'm rested on my right hip, my right knee is bent, my left foot is on top, about I would say 14 inches away from my other. So I have a nice bearing of my feet here. What I'm gonna do is gently press with my hand, I'm gonna exhale, I'm gonna reach for the sky, I'm gonna come all the way up off that hand, then I'm gonna slowly lower myself down and find that seated. We have 10 on each side. We exhale, press through that hand, raise yourself up, come all the way off that hand and that hip, and lower yourself down. Technically, this one's a little full body. So I always like to sneak some other muscle groups in, even though we're primarily focused on our core. Now you may be feeling like, Morgan, I'm not feeling this in my core. You are flexing to stabilize against that heavy weight. That is great for stabilizing your spine. That is great for deep core. So keep that in mind. We flex, we exhale, and we lower it down. Really get that flex. Lower down. Last 3. Lower down. Keep that core engaged, especially as you begin to come off the ground. 2. Last 1. And lower. Now let's get into the other side. I am gonna have to unfortunately modify for this one, but I'm gonna encourage you to keep the same body positioning if you can. So on this side, you're on your left hip, left hand is down, left knee is bent, right foot is in front. I'm gonna end up doing this kneeling because I can't bend my knee that deeply, but I want you to push off of that hand, you exhale, you reach it up. You lower yourself down, you guys are coming all the way to your hip, press it all the way up. Just like you did on the other side. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Exhale. Woo. Hopefully your obliques are feeling it. Next up, I want you to meet me in either a modified or a full plank position. We're gonna pass that dumbbell side to side. I'm actually gonna switch to my heavier weight for this one, since I'm just bringing it side to side and I don't really need to lift it up or row. But what I want you to do is, as you're trying to move this weight, you gotta stabilize through your hips. So you know what you gotta do. You gotta flex that core, you gotta activate those deep core muscles. So let's find that plank position. You can start off on your knees here, see how that feels, and then you can go up to your toes. But what we're gonna do here, without swaying side to side, we grab that dumbbell with one hand, and then we switch, we grab it with the other. Flex your abs as you go to pick up that dumbbell and bring it back. You can anchor down through your shins, or you can curl your toes under, whichever helps you stay stable and feel balanced. You're gonna give me 10 more of these passes. So that's one. I'm feeling kind of good here, so I'm gonna pop up to my toes and finish. Pass. Try not to sway in those hips. If you're on your toes, you can go wide with your feet to give you a little bit more balance. 5. Last 4. Exhale as you reach. 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. We're gonna do one more set of those because I feel like those go by really quick, but I wanna give you a chance to really reset through your shoulders. I'm breaking a sweat, so I'm gonna pull this hair up, but let's reset and let's do that same series either on your knees or on your toes. And we're up. Let's go all the way. Let's find that pass. Balancing on one hand, exhaling as you reach that dumbbell, inhaling as you switch hands. Use that breath. Flex those trunk muscles. 8 more passes. Last 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Sit your hips back. Give yourself a brief child's pose. We've made it to our final push of today's workout. I told you blitz burn always goes by super quick, but you get a chance to get sweaty. So hopefully you guys are feeling the burn like I am. You're gonna grab your dumbbell. What we're gonna do with our dumbbell is you're gonna place it in between your inner thighs, the lower part of your inner thighs, but I don't want your dumbbell to be placed on the bony structure of your knees. So like right above the insides of your knees here, you're gonna squeeze in with your inner thighs and you're gonna connect the insides of your feet. So you're kind of making a diamond shape with your legs. You're gonna find a nice supine position again here. We're gonna lower ourselves down. Modification is to keep your head down, but if you want more of a challenge, you're gonna hold a curl from here. You're gonna hold that curl. You're gonna try to imprint your spine into that mat if you're in that lift, and you're gonna stabilize to keep the spine where it is. Lower those toes down and up. We have 2 sets of 10. Exhaling as we reach it up. Exhale. Inhale. So just holding that slight curl. Letting those toes lower down with control as low as you can without changing the shape of your spine. If you find that your low back is arching, I want you to limit your range of motion. Last 2 of this set. Last 1. And let's bring it all the way down and reset. So hopefully I don't want you to feel that at all in your lower back. If you're feeling it in your lower back, I would encourage you to remove the dumbbell and just do it with body weight. Or again, you can limit your range of motion, or if you aren't already, keep your head down, especially if you have any neck or back issues. So let's find that perfect position again here for our second set. If your hands are behind your head, I want you to make sure you're not pulling from your neck, that you're staying heavy into those hands like a hammock. We're gonna find that connection of our toes. We go down for 10. Exhale as we reach. 9. Try to keep those elbows open so you're not tempted to lift from your neck as much, but you're lifting from your upper chest. Last 5, 4, really flex that abdomen, squeeze in, 3, last 2, and 1, lower it down, take a second. I've realized I'm much more quiet this class because when doing deep core work, it's really hard to talk and focus on your breathing and flex your core and brace well. So forgive me if I'm not my usual yappy self, but hopefully the cueing is easy for you to follow along. We're gonna do one last move here. We're gonna do 2 variations of a hollow hold. So what I want you to do, you can either keep your knees in tabletop position to modify, or you can go out for a full extension, almost like a 100 position. And I want your arms behind your head and your biceps by your ears. So let's find a hold here. We're gonna go all the way out, we hold. So bring your inner thighs together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. For our last final move, we're gonna make it a bit more dynamic, almost like a double leg stretch here, but I want you to really focus on just a lift, so a slight ab curl as much as you can, and we're really gonna focus on the extension of your legs. So we're gonna reach it out, and we bring it in. Reach it out, find a low point for those legs, bring it in. We have 10 more. And bring it in. Out, and in. See if you can get your legs a little lower. 5. Last 4, even lower for the last 3, last 2, last one, best one, reach it out, and bring it all the way in. Great job today, guys. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed today's Blitz Burn. If you want to see more deep core workouts, I'm always happy to make them. And let me know if you have any other requests for workouts that you'd like to see on this channel.